I know that you have had intimate conversations with your friends, but there are certain areas that you should carefully tread on when you are discussing with your friends, especially about your spouse. For example, sex. Why would you be telling your friends how good he is, or how he sucks, or how she rocks and how she's not doing it right? What is your end in mind? Is it that they should be like, oh my god, he's such a champion, or they should be thinking, that was a bad mistake, you shouldn't have picked her? No, don't make your friends see your spouse as a loser, see your spouse as a champion in bed. If you are that kind that praises them, why don't you just get your phone, record some lovely message, and tell your spouse how good he or she makes you feel in bed, as opposed to sharing with your friends, because your friends could be tempted to get some of that. That's when you see this good friend of yours is trying to act weird before your spouse, especially when you're not around, because you have sort of painted a picture of her. That guy is awesome, and every time you are talking about that, she is getting fired up, and who is going to quench the fire? After all, you're the one who started it. No, I know that maybe there are certain gaps. He's not touching you right, she is not doing it right, and you just want to talk about it. Communication is key in a marriage. Sit down with her, or talk to him and say, you know what, honey, every time you do that thing, it's not nice. It just turns me off. How about we try this? As opposed to you telling your friends, I just spread my legs, and I was just counting down for it to get done. You are just making your friends laugh at your spouse, which is not something that you want. The next crucial area is money. We are living in an era where it's not just the men that make the money. Actually, some ladies make real money. But who is the man and who is the woman in the marriage? You could be having this conversation with your friends, and you're making them look at your man as a chicken. I mean, he can't afford, he can't provide, I do this, I do that. Why would you be telling them that you pay the rent, that you buy the socks, you buy the tomatoes, you pay the bills? I mean, you're doing everything. As you have this conversation with your friends, let it be like, we are, we bought this, we do this, we always shop, we always make a list, not I get the money, I give him this, I do that. You don't have to do that. You could be in a space or in a certain season in your life where your career is thriving, your business is thriving, and his is just the opposite. Clients are pulled out, contracts are no longer coming, maybe the company has downsized, and he is really struggling. Why would you tell your friends that your husband is struggling? As much as you're struggling, why don't you say, we are struggling, not he is struggling? Why would you tell them that, I actually even buy credit, all he does is watch TV the whole day? As much as it frustrates you, can you just get that information and share it with a much more experienced person who is going to manage it well, who is going to advise you on different ways? As you're busy tarnishing your partner's name, he or she is also stressed. No one wants to be in a place where they're not earning money. No man wants to be in a place where they can't provide for their family. They're probably trying to work something out, and you are helping out for a moment. You don't have to go about spreading the whole thing, because you are actually tarnishing his name. You are actually tarnishing her name. By this time, you know that every human being has a weakness. Even the perfect ones have a weakness. Even those in perfect marriages have weaknesses, but they just don't share with you. In fact, your friends who are married have those weaknesses, but they don't tell you what they're struggling with. Now, you don't have to tell your friends about those big, even small weaknesses that your spouses have. Maybe your partner is dirty, or they're not tidy. or they're just good at forgetting stuff, or they cheated on you, or they are cheating on you. You are exposing him, you are exposing her, you are actually stripping her in front of your friends. The next time they're going to see her, they're going to be looking at her as a slut. And when they see your husband, they're thinking, oh my God, that guy is so dirty. He is so dirty. What is the point of you telling your friends that, guys, this man is so dirty? That is your husband. Can you have that conversation with him, or can you talk to someone who probably he respects, to tell him to tidy up a bit, to shower a little more, as opposed to exposing your dirty linen out there? It's not right. It's not right. And let me tell you something. After some time, when your spouse has worked through those weaknesses, your friends will never forget. Every time he walks in and he's extremely smart, there he goes. He's a cheat. Even when he did it 10 years ago. There he goes. That guy is so dirty. You see him like that. You see him on TV and, doing all those amazing things. He is very dirty at home. Would you want people to say that about your spouse? Then you better zip it. There is this thing that bothers me. I have a friend. He's a male. I am married, but we have been BFFs for a very, very long time. Or at my workspace, there's this guy who is friendly. I mean, we are good friends. Not that anything fishy is going on. But now when I get married, I should sort of tone down the things that I tell him. My spouse is supposed to be knowing more about me than my friends, And the way I act around him, now that I'm married, is supposed to be a little bit different. I can't be found lying around, on his laps, because, we are BFFs, nothing can happen. Let's set some boundaries here. As much as you're very good friends and you'll be doing certain things, what are you doing at a friend's place at midnight, especially the opposite sex, all in the name of we are very good friends? You should have some limits at a certain point, because you are married. Why would you be calling your friends and telling them of how you're stressed, how your day isn't going well, or how you're highly expectant? There's this deal that you're trying to hype, you're trying to get ready for, but the person that you're sleeping next to every day has no idea. Every time you're getting to bed and he asks, how's your day? It was okay. Anything special? Nothing really. And yet this other workmate of yours or this other friend of yours has all the details. Yes, I know that you are used to sharing all those details with those other friends, but try to now cut down on the details that you share with your friends about your life and shift the focus to your spouse, because this is your life partner. You're doing life together. I know that you're doing life together with your friends, but you are doing a special kind of life with your partner, and your partner is supposed to know more about you than your friends. So what am I saying? As much as you really trust these friends, as much as they've been there for you for a very long time, the fact that you are married, try as much as possible to tone down on the things that you are sharing with your friends about your partner. You may have good intentions, they may have good intentions, but this is a marriage. There is what we call privacy, and you made that decision to do life with that person. Expose everything about you before them, and even the things that you're struggling with, let them know about that. Try to find a way of understanding each other so that you are their go-to person and the other way around. Well, that's what I had for you today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification for more uplifting content. See you in the next video.